NIL money and how it's going to impact the WNBA. These girls are coming in paid with endorsements. They're coming in with fanfare. They're coming in with fan bases and fan bases that spend money. And that the WNBA's old guard. It's basically like a retirement home for hoopers that played in college. It gives you a chance to earn a little money. Uh, Most of the women that are in the WNBA all have degrees, all graduated for the most part. They all graduated with a degree, so they're getting a top 5% salary if you just compared it to what a normal person who was coming out of college getting a job, or a person that just left high school. They're in the top 5% of the people in the country as far as earners. So even though they play basketball and they play it part-time, in my opinion, it's just a part-time league. You're only playing 40 plus games. You're not playing 80 like the men. It's a part-time league. It's killer money to hoop. I'm sorry, you can argue with me. It's killer money. You give somebody $70,000 to play from May to October, and they'll take that job than going to work 5 days a week, 40 to 60 hours slaving, having to drive to work. They're not in a hotel. They're not getting flown around to work. They're actually driving to a physical location and working. You can't compare that. Those ladies have it made. But with that being said, the old guard really hates the women coming in. And that's the reason why Caitlin Clark got the majority of her hate. It wasn't because she was white. It was because she was paid. She was paid. And Angel Reese was paid. Cameron Brink came in paid. Rakia Jackson came in paid. The women in the WNBA hate Caitlin Clark for that alone. That's the top of the list. Now her skin color and everything else, that might be second and third, but trust me, they hate the money and the draw that she brought into the league because they didn't have those opportunities. Even though they scream women's empowerment, they're not really trying to empower women. This is a selfish league. It'll always be selfish because these women are selfish. That NIL money balances it all out. To be honest, if I was a college player, I wouldn't even want to leave college early to go to the WNBA. I would ride college out, get my degree, and earn my millions while I'm in college, building a fan base and building stardom. And then if I want to go to the WNBA and play professional women's basketball, I'll do that after I leave college. There's no need to rush to run to the WNBA because the WNBA, like I said, it is a old timers league. Those women are clamoring to hold on to spots because they will have to join the real world. They'll have to join the world that we live in, the world of the 9 to 5 worker, the worker that has to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and drive an hour to get to a factory or an office job. They'll have to become a normal citizen. They're not going to be the glamorous. Everybody's not going to get an ESPN TNT gig like Candace Parker. Everybody doesn't have a shoe deal. So imagine you're working and you basically work at the factory, but you're in the WNBA and a young woman comes in. She's got the look, she's got the game, and she's got the fanfare and money and advertisers behind her. Man, she's got 5-6 things going for her before she even touches the court. And you know it. That's what Caitlin Clark brought this year. She brought the eyes, the money, and had everything going for her. And them girls are sitting there like, man, I done sat here and I done hooped too. I hooped in college and couldn't get those opportunities. They're not gracious, and they're not looking back and saying, hey, you know what? We paved the way for Caitlin to enjoy all this and were happy for it. That's not what they were. They were like, fuck that. This bit get all the damn perks, and I'm sitting here only making 70 or 35,000 a year to hoop. I should be getting some of that. That should be me. That's their approach. That's what's changing the game. That NIL is a is a game changer, and it's really a game changer on this level for them. Because even like Paige Beckers, for example, since the COVID and injuries, she still got another year. If she don't want to go to the Wings, she can just pull the string and say, you know what, I'll stay here for a year. I'll stay here another year and try to get a championship. She don't have to. She can actually, I mean, she's actually one of the few that can actually use her power and force them. If she wants to go to Los Angeles, they'll make it happen. That's the power of NIL in this league, and it scares the hell out of the current crop of WNBA veterans. I've chronicled it before. The large majority of the WNBA is over 30. So their time is dwindling down playing basketball. So right now it's just a money grab. It's a money grab. They want to get all the money they can get. That's why they want to get out of this CBA and take advantage of the popularity and the growth of the sport that Caitlin and other players are going to bring into the league and currently have in the league. So they want to use that right now and say, hey, look, give us a cut of the pie. Because they know. I'm 34. You know, DeWanna Bonner's in her late mid-30s. Alyssa Thomas is in her mid-30s. Though they don't have a lot long to play. So they got to get it while they can get it. And they know that. And that's why they despise the younger generation that's coming in with money. And they can hoop. Because they got a longer run ahead of them to make a lot of money. And while those women, they might have had successful WNBA careers, they didn't earn the money that these women made. And they know. On one hand is playing basketball. On the other hand is becoming just like a fan. Fans got to go to work. And they don't want to go to work. And that's the problem. That's just my thoughts on what NIL is going to do to the WNBA. Next, Unrivaled.